This year I've been taking part in more and more professional events, trying to get myself ready for Open qualifying. And you know what? My results have actually been getting pretty good. And you join me today at one of the most important events of the year. Not only is it against a stacked field of top pro golfers, it's also at quite literally one of the best courses in the world. This is Royal Dornoch. Right, good morning. Welcome down to Dornoch. We are staying about 5 minutes away from the golf course, about maybe a 10-minute walk. So the comp at Dornoch is the Northern Open, where PGA pros from across the world, the UK, come up to Scotland to play in the Northern Open. It's part of the Open Series as well, so there's events happening all around the UK this year for PGA pros. I'm currently 13th in the UK, which is nice. And these rankings, they're all based on the PGA Cup, which is like the PGA Professionals version of the Ryder Cup. This isn't a qualifying year. I think that's next year, but this year will lead on to next year. So many years. The practice round yesterday was interesting. It's so windy up here and it's cold. We've just crept into June, but it's going to be like a full-on woolly hat day today, I think. I don't know what the scoring is going to be like, but anything around level par is just going to be an exceptional score. If I finish at level par for 2 days, I reckon that'll put me in the top 5. Now, it's a 36-hole event as well. So I've got 18 holes today, 18 holes tomorrow. A lot of golf to be played against some very, very good players. See how we get on, shall we?
As you'll see on the way around, this is one of the best courses in the world, but it's links golf and it's windy. I'm going to need a good amount of luck, and I've got a big old dose on this first. I mean, look where that ball's finished on the bunker. How has it finished there? Go. A lot of chip and runs today. A lot of chip and runs today. So we're going to have to kind of contest and try and judge the wind a little bit. So that was a kind of inside left putt when it was calm. So I had that pretty straight, and wind kind of took it over. Here's what it is. Overall, today is going to be about keeping bogeys off the scorecard. That's the most important thing. 176 to the pin. Realistically, when it's downwind like this, I'm just playing the front number all the time. Pin is kind of like back left. Soft bounce. Stay. Again, just trust the wind. generally speaking, apart from the 7th and the 11th, any miss that you have, you better miss him right, because most of the danger is on the left. However, being in these fairway bunkers is not prime, shall we say. 82 left into the pin. Let's get these calculations right. So 82 left into the pin. 82 is half a lob wedge. Is it a little bit heavy there? Wanted to kind of pitch that around the front of the green. That's fine. Hey, listen. It's all part of the process. So sloppy. Come on, sharpen up. I'm rethinking a lot about these putts, like they're so feel orientated with the wind and with the slopes. Donington the other day when I putted really well, I was like lining it up, it's pretty calm, just kind of parkland putting on a links course, a true links course, which I kind of feel I've not played for a while, is different. Most of these holes, like on the front nine, it's just like driver, hit driver, attack. There's some deep bunks around the front of the screen. If you can skip past them though, it's like a great chance for a birdie. Go on then. Get a bounce. Get around it. Now move right. Now keep going. Yeah, maybe back bunker. There is a little like a hollow there, so maybe just in the hollow, but hey, listen, it's up by the green. It's a good shot, nice and attacking. Dornoch, good bombing gouge course, always. Always said so. Probably as good as it could have done. Cheers. Okay. Settled. I think surface-wise, like the best greens I've played on this year. Doesn't make them the easiest by any stretch of the imagination, but like just the roll on them is perfect, isn't it? Just end over end, no bumps. Shows if you do hit a back foot. Shows if you hit good foot. All I want to do on this one, like a huge drop off to the right of this green, it's disgusting. Hit the green, just hit the green. Wow, I almost missed that. That's terrible. Sloppy. Just sloppy.
So you join me on the 7th hole here, a little bit undecided on this tee shot, and I just hoiked it miles left. There's a lot of gorse on the right-hand side, while to the left-hand side of this hole, it's just pretty light rough, so it was a massive bailout. I thought I'd hit an unbelievable shot here. Just look at the bounce this takes. That pitched about 20 yards short of the green, and it finishes through the back almost in that gorse. I couldn't believe it. I mean, getting my head around these bounces was proving so tough. This was actually one of my favourite shots of the week. It was a lob wedge back into wind off a bit of a fluffy lie, and I just had a bit more courage and conviction to try and fly it all the way, and I got it to stop, and it rolled out to only a few feet. So I think there's big positives to take from my short game overall, but there's still a lot of work to go. It was by no means the strongest part of my game. Throughout this round, those jets were so loud. Like, they were starting to get a little bit distraction. I love fighter jets, but maybe not that many in a short space of time. A decent drive here on the 8th. Again, bailout to the right-hand side. This was probably one of my poorest moments of the few days as far as course management is concerned. I didn't double check to see if there wasn't a bunker to the right of this green. I'd forgotten about it, and it put me in a real spot of bother, because from this bunker, I'm heading onto a downslope, a little bit downwind, practically zero chance of stopping it anywhere near the hole. I actually managed to play a pretty good shot here, and it rolled out to about 12 feet after. And as far as this putt is concerned, I got to be honest, I actually hit it exactly where I wanted to, and it didn't break at all. Just a real stinky read. Here's a bogey. I mean, you're going to have bogeys around this golf course, especially on a day like today. It's so tough. Check out this shot. This is my low stinger driver, which I forgot I could play until this week. And look at that hill it just lands on. That's going to become a familiar story. I took a mini driver here, trying to get it close. Didn't quite shift my weight up the hill, and it's just finished miles left of the green. It's not too bad. There is quite a bit of room there, and again, pitching back into wind. I mean, it wasn't my best attempt. It was like pretty good, but again, strike-wise, control-wise, I'm not sure. A lot to get used to with this wind. You can see it whipping across. And because of that, I sent this ball outside the right, and it didn't come back. Judging the wind on putts, I think, can be one of the most difficult and challenging things, because it can make you look like such a fool if you're not paying close attention. This next hole, bang into wind, 140 yards, and I hit a 6-iron, which I would normally hit up towards 200. So that's how strong the wind was. You can see it smashing in. A fantastic shot. I mean, this was probably one of the best iron shots of the week as well, followed by, I think, one of the best putts.
I had a quick look at the leaderboard. I wouldn't say anyone's tearing it apart. I'd say Dornoch is pretty well protected today by the wind and the cold and the greens and the pins, just being generally Dornoch. So just got to keep on chugging away, try and keep getting pars. If an occasional birdie goes in, great. If I bogey, fine. It's all part of the process. Got to stay exceptionally patient around here. Cheers, thank you. Yeah, collector's item today. Not many twos on there. If you miss a green, that's what you're left with. That's what, maybe 7 foot of just like sheer hill, and it's bare lie, so chipping it's tricky, putting it. It's such a challenging course, but generally speaking, on this back 9, you've got to hit a low draw with the driver, and if you're going to miss a green, probably miss it left, so you're actually hitting into the wind. That's the exception. So now we have a 460-yard par 4 into about 40 miles an hour. Great stuff, great stuff. Stinger drive, new forte, needed. Jeez. 190 left in, pin is like back right. Even Stewart's been forced back, by the way. Same thing. So far ahead of it, just get a lie. So far ahead of it then. Oh no, I missed right. It's a good club that, it's a good number, just trust it. Yeah, I've managed to get a real sort of speed slot down the left here. So into wind, I've only got 191 left into this par 5. Again, it's how to play it. 191. 191. Pin is kind of front left as well. So I could either go 4 iron and just literally try and access it with a hook, or I try and cut up a hybrid. I think a 4 might be a nice play actually. It's always tricky when you use the wind versus fight against it. But a hybrid into this wind, fighting it, might just go up a touch. Sit. Wind died a bit, yeah? Not great, not terrible. Seven two. Into off the right. The wind feels like it's died a touch. Over 6. Cheers. Take the wins. Felt like a good ball, just set off left maybe.
Okay, 14. Now this low punchy driver, it was a good shot. Yeah, look at this. It was a toe hook into the wind, diving out the air. These holes coming back into the wind, I just found really tough. Like tough to hit the shots, tough to visualize, and started to doubt myself. Like this shot as well, didn't want to miss right the pin, so I pulled it a little bit to the left. This chip up one of those big banks again onto a downslope, but into wind. I could have been positive, but I just kind of thinned it a little bit. It went past the pin. It was so hard to make pars out there, and I just couldn't see that many birdies, and that started to slip into my mental game. And then this putt was a classic example. I knew it was left edge, and I just shoved it just a touch. It was a bit disappointing. It was a tough point in my round. Like things could have gone downhill pretty quickly. Managed to get a good drive away here on the 15th, straight over that mound in the fairway, leave myself a chip onto the green. But at this point, you know, I'm over par. I want to try and get it back to level, uphill, into wind, be aggressive, be positive. But no, I just kind of was tentative again, leaving myself a 25-footer. And with this putt, up the slope, into wind, be aggressive, get it up. No, under red, a little bit lacking on pace. This putt, however, was positive, and I think this actually set me up quite nicely for tomorrow. It just really good setup, felt comfortable, boom, into the back of the hole, good save. And I was a lot more positive over this tee shot, whacking it up the 16th. For me, this is one of the hardest holes on the course. Gorse to the right, gorse to the left. You just need to find the fairway here to leave yourself something uphill and into wind. The problem is, as soon as you get up over the top of this hill, the breeze just batters the ball. And the one place you couldn't miss it was left of the green, and that is exactly what I did. Such a poor mental error, just compounding some of these problems, and that's something which you'll also see in the round tomorrow. No spoilers. I was actually lucky not to go down to the bottom of this slope on the 16th, so I managed to get it back on the green and give myself a chance for a par, and hit a pretty positive putt. Like, it was a good line, it was a good pace, just slightly under red. And again, it left me one of those kind of 5-footers for a par. It's actually longer than it looks on there. Another good putt. 17 is a birdie opportunity. It's the only hole on the back 10, as we'll call it, that actually switches around and is helped by the wind. So it's just a 4-iron to the left of the marker post, and that's going to run out of fairway. It's kind of hard to keep it on this fairway. And then to this green, I just need to get it over this front bunker. It kind of popped up a little bit high, and I thought it might actually go in the bunker, but it did manage to scramble over, run down the green, and give myself a chance of a birdie. And I'm actually really pleased. I backed off, I realigned the ball, and just hit a really, really good putt down the slope. That's a great birdie, a great momentum builder going into the last hole, which is again 450 yards straight back into the wind. That putt mattered.
Okay, last hole, 4 over par. The last hole is a very, very tough hole, so I'm going to try and play it to my best ability, see what happens. And I am absolutely desperate for a coffee. I need caffeine like the flower needs the sun. All right, 446 yards last hole. Let's get a lie. Again, it's safe. Safe over there. Rough's a little bit more patchy though, so hopefully I'll be able to get a decent lie. Give it a long second in again. I need some food as well. Protein bars and cereal bars ain't doing the business. I'm not as knackered as I was during the practice round yesterday, but not far off. Oh, I'll have a pint instead. Glug, 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 glug. Just simmer. It's fine, it's that little left shot again. A few options, either the wind, be aggressive, fly it most of the way. Just chip it onto the top of this bank, let it release down. Okay, not bad. Just allowing that green to, yeah, it's okay. Chance for a par, but it's fine. Cheers. Oh my God. I need a beer.
Okay, recap of the first round. 74, 4 over, and on balance, I would say that was a fair reflection of the round. Didn't have a great preparation for the round, was a little bit cold going into it, and I think with the temperatures, my body just wasn't loosened up, so I hit some pretty rogue shots to begin with. The double bogey on the second and then the 3 putt on the third, those are the 2 parts of the round I regret the most. Now 4 over currently has put me in about 40th, which if I have a good round tomorrow, I could probably sneak around the top 20, which would be a very, very good result. Again, we're looking at the order of merit nationally. We want to be pumping ourselves up that so we have a chance of getting in the PJ Cup next year, which would be incredible. I lost most of my strokes gained today on my approach play, so I lost 2.5 strokes. It's tricky when I'm comparing these stats to the rest of the year because that course is unlike any that I would have played. So I gained a touch on my tee shots. My driving distance was great. You know, I was bombing them out there 330, 340, one at 360. However, when I turned around on the back 9, I was also hitting the driver 250. So there's that. So tomorrow my focus has to be on hitting the greens in regulation, something which I didn't do that well today. And they are massive greens as well. The wind is due to die down a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be a lot calmer. Hopefully I'll have got the measure of this course by tomorrow, but man, it's tough. It's a tough, tough ask. Oh, right. Oh, I need to do some stretching. It's my stretching juice. charged. Ultimate driving machine is ready to rock and roll. This comes out. So it's day 2 of the Northern Open, and we're going to try and see what this is. So there's a sign going down our road which says driving range. Now, unless I'm mistaken and my eyes doth deceive me, that looks like a driving range. I think there might be one at the golf course as well, but I don't know how to get to it. It's very confusing. Didn't have like a proper warm-up yesterday, so I've done a full barrage of stretches this morning. And now I want to pop down that range and get it loosened up a little bit more. My back is in real jeopardy. I think the amount of driving that we've been doing recently, and it's not all my back, it's like, it's here, but it's where you kind of like, your lower back sits here, you've got your spine, you've got your coccyx, medical term. It's like inches above that to the right, and it feels like it's in my hip, like it's in it. So I'm doing loads and loads of stretching, but it just doesn't seem to touch it really. I'm not sure what to do. Maybe go for a sports massage and see what happens there. Right, let's go have a look at this range, see where it is. So we spent a little bit of time in the castle last night, had another drink, and then had some fish and chips. What's that place called?
Surf and Turf.
Surf and Turf. The place is called Surf and Turf. We didn't have Surf and Turf. Here it is, where we met one of the guys who lives on the second hole. Other fish restaurants are available around Dornoch, but that was pretty good, actually. Mexican fish taco. So, look, it says driving range and a forest walk. It's also got a fish sign and a caravan sign. It's 10:30 now. We're teeing off at just gone 12. We're currently in T31st position, so actually not bad. We're in the top third of the field. I think a good round today would get us around the top 10 because the conditions are a little bit warmer, still pretty windy, and as the day goes on, the weather gets better, so there's less wind and it warms up a little bit. So there's a real benefit to have shot a good score yesterday, more than, you know, the obvious. So hopefully the weather will calm down and we can get a good score in, but I don't know if there's a driving range down here, Kieran. This feels like I've been lied to a little bit. Like we are heading in, where on earth are we going?
Driving range down there.
There's a driving range down there?
Yeah.
It is down there. Oh, well now I'm in an awkward position, aren't I? That guy's gonna be like, why is he just pulled in there? Why is he now following me in? Yeah, look, it's an actual driving range. It is not the range that I thought. What a lovely setting for a range. I think I've got £2. How many balls is that? £2. All right, might as well. Bit of a warm up, eh? Yeah. Bargain. Feel a bit done there. £2 for what, 20 balls? DL. Makes Trafford Golf Centre look cheap. Like a taste test. So this is a halloumi and chili. I'm on like a no red meat bent at the moment. Good? Yeah, very good. You know what it needs? Bacon. The goal today is anything, honestly, same as yesterday. Just anything around level par is going to move me up huge. I think if I get inside the top 10, that'd be amazing. Ultimately, I want to be a bit more, aggressive isn't the right word, I just want to be a bit more positive over some of the shots I'm hitting because I was a little bit tentative at times yesterday and it did cost me. So, yeah, a bit more aggressive. I think I have a grasp on where I can miss today as well, a little bit better. So yeah, just be a bit more attacking.
From Quest Golf Academy.
Got its bagel. Thanks.
Peter Cruz.
Left bounce. Go on then.
Just right side of green, I think. I actually think I got a bit unlucky there.
I don't know this for sure. I think I hit one of the guys in front's bags who was on the side of the green, and it ricocheted this way. But hey, good shot. That mini driver, man. It's just an absolute beast. Yeah, it was a good line. Yeah. Almost can, just didn't carry it quite far enough. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. I tell you what, yeah. Wow. Thought this course was playing tough yesterday, but birdies all round. Nice. 70 on 6-6 middle. Just cut the wedge to the middle of the green. Keep it nutsy. This is special. Just, yeah, clear thinking. Go, 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 go. Ah. Cheers, mate. I'll take a 3 on that. Oh, that was a good line. Just needed a touch more pace. Like uphill, downwind though. It's like, oh, what do you do?
Tee shot on the 3rd, and if you've not figured it out by now, the rule at Dornoch is miss the fairway to the right, because there's no gorse there. Managed to carry over those bunkers as well. This shot into the green, I don't know, considering that I'd had a practice round, I'd had a first round, finishing the ball short of the green and letting it roll to its eventual destination was still proving a little bit difficult for me. My judgment on this, it really needs to improve. And talking about what needs to improve as far as judgment is concerned, my long putting is absolute dumpster fire material at the moment. This was an uphill putt and then a little bit down towards the pin, but I've left it a good 12 foot short. However, just check this out. Right edge, positive stroke, boom, in the middle. Never left the centre of the cup. That was one of my best putts over the few days. Another really good drive here. Again, aiming to the right of the hole, hitting it over the bunkers. Maybe not playing the course as it was intended by old Tom Morris, but I don't care, to be honest. I just don't want it going in the gorse. I did want this to go on the green. It's crap. Into wind. I'm going to get backspin. And I ripped it off the front of the green. I was trying to land that about 15 yards further on. This was actually quite a nice chip, but I just caught it a little bit out of the toe and it killed the speed. If it went over that ridge there with a little bit more pace, it would have actually been down by the hole. It was pretty good. And this putt got a little bit bamboozled by it. Again, quite comfortable over it, hit my line, and it just didn't quite break back. But I can't be too disappointed. I hit one poor shot on that hole and it cost me the bogey. Talking about big drives though, talking about power. Oh, just let it eat. There we go, a little bit downwind. And again, on this hole today, because of the wind switching, it finished to the right of the green, but then that left me an uphill and into wind flop shot, which I actually played really well. I'm very, very pleased with this shot. Very pleased with the result. Leaves me about 6 feet. And again, I hit a good putt. Look how much this breaks. Wow. I still don't quite understand how it breaks that much. I set that outside the right, and it just swung right over the front of the hole. I don't know. But I was feeling positive. I was feeling good. And then I got to the tee shot on the par 3.
Just imagine. Just imagine. How quickly could we have got to the bar? That's the question. Oh, for a minute, that took Oh, wow. That's not just the best bounce in the world, isn't it?
Ah, brilliant.
Cheers. Whew, thank you. I just feel quite nervous over those putts today. Yeah, been really confident recently, just a bit unsure. I think just the wind. I think yesterday is still plaguing my memory a little bit with that wind, but that's a great tour now. Cheers. Alright, 179 to the pin, 150 to the front, and I want to be landing it probably 10 yards short of that. So I want to be landing it 140, wind is down 1.5, so it's like a 125 shot. Don't know what to say. I hit that so well. That might just be the epitome of links golf right there, with the bounces, and why some people when they play it for the first time get a bit annoyed, because there's inbuilt inherent unfortunate occurrences when you play on a setting. So that's why when a lot of people start to play links courses, they're not quite sure, they don't like it, because you can hit a shot like that which I would say we landed within about 4 or 5 meters of where I wanted it to, and it's ended up making me look a bit stupid, being well short. Like if you play on a parkland course, generally speaking, you're landing it on the number rather than trying to calculate the bounces. Alan's hit short of mine and bounded through, and mine's ended up there. Those are the breaks. I played that pretty well again. Just shows you like how little that second shot would have actually needed. Ooh, patience. It's a virtue.
Great save.
Cheers, man.
Perfect.
Keep that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, funneling that way. Yeah, it's pretty good. Bit straighter than I wanted, but should all go down that way. Okay, 30-1, 10 from the left. It's kind of back centre left. Just got to make sure I don't. I went in that bunker yesterday and it really peeved me. Nice bounce. Fingers crossed, yeah. Now there's no way that can stop. It's like pitching onto a set of stairs. It has to go on. I get actually into a bit of a bad habit. I'm not checking pitch marks. I'm not even thinking about it. I don't think I've made one in like 3 days. Down and then up and then a little bit uphill. All off the right. Okay, I'm ticking along, playing some steady-ish golf. I mean, this is where we make the turn and the holes become not just challenging, but rather challenging. Yeah, rather difficult, some would say. Yes. Cheers, mate. Let's get over that slope for the first time. Been on that upslope 3 days in a row. 222. Should be able to take this pretty full with a fade, holding it into the breeze. This is the bunker. It's always hard to kind of cut it off an upslope. Strike was good. Remember with the back nine, I think still missing left is the play with the wind this way. So we'll see. Popped all the way through. Lie is actually pretty good. I didn't even bounce. It just like literally hugged the ground all the way. I was hoping for a dush, dush, dush. Cheers. Cheers. Come. 131 into this wind. 145. So I want to be playing it past 150. It's got punched feet. Oh, come on.
Right. Oh, difficult patch of the round this is going to be to talk through, to remember, and to show. I actually struck this really nicely. It was only 130 yards, hit an 8 iron, but I finished to the right of the green. I was quite a long way below the surface of the putting green here, and I had to land that chip in about this big of a spot, and I missed it. So it was almost an impossible up and down. Left myself a chance for a par, but you know, I'm not going to be holding many 25 footers. Bit tentative coming back up the hill. It's a bogey. And this is the hole that really got to me. Oh man. I was so happy with this tee shot as well. My little stinger driver draw pummeled it down there. Took a fantastic kick as well off a downslope. And I managed to get about 300 yards out of this tee shot. Even Alan from Golf Breaks absolutely loved it.
Finch is an animal. That's about 300 yards into the wind. Ridiculous.
So all I had here was a little 7-iron punch, and I just got so far ahead of the ball, it was disgusting. Thin out to the right-hand side, and this left me a downhill, downwind pitch onto a fast green with a bunker beyond. Now you can't see behind me, but the leaders were actually on the par 3, and they let me go, and I just wasn't ready, but I went. I wanted to get out of their way. Hit it over with my chip pitch and ended up in this bunker, which is above my head high. Cardinal sin. Like, these bunkers are tough, but you shouldn't leave it in. I actually left myself a harder shot on this. However, this was really good. Contender for best shot of the week, actually. Left myself just a nice little simple putt for a double bogey. I mean, what an absolute kick directly in the testes that is.
Could have been a 7.
A double bogey, and I was playing really steady. I was playing really well. Oh, disappointing. You can probably tell by the speed of that swing that I just had a double bogey. It was a nice little draw down the right-hand side, leaving myself only a 5-iron into this par 5, in which I hit a good shot. Kind of little fade, holding it back into the wind, and I just managed to access the front section of the green. But distance putting is a weakness at the moment. Uphill, a little bit into wind, trying to tell myself to be positive, trying to get the read, and just look how short I left it. Very disappointing. Leave myself a good chance for a birdie, and actually I did hit a good putt here. It just broke to the left-hand side, which I didn't think it was going to. A 3-putt par absolutely stinks, and this was a tough section of the round. It could have gone downhill pretty quickly.
Just cover it. Strike was good, I think club was good. Just a little pull. I think we've entered a tricky part of the round. Just gotta get through it. I am surprised at how unangry I am. I think give it, maybe 12 months ago at this point I'd be absolutely fuming, but all part of the process, isn't it? to remember not to look into the wind after hitting a bunker shot. Face full of it. Cheers, thank you. Come on. Right edge of the fairway. Like that big doggy. 135, so it's middle, but it looks like it's hanging off the right edge of the green, but I actually don't think it is. No, it's quite close to the right. 17 on 25 from the right. So something finishing just left is a pretty good shot, I think. How high did that come out? God, that came out like an absolute spaceship. Oh man. What was the other option really? So it would have been a pitching wedge, kind of like cut back into it a bit. Oh man. Cheers. Come. Man. Cheers. Taking the positives. That was a good up and down. That was I don't know, hopefully a bit of a momentum builder. If I'm going to be honest with you, I kind of feel like the last 2 days have just been a really good practice session for my short game. I have hit an incredible amount of chips. I'm not sure what my approach play stats are going to be like at the end of today, but I don't think they're going to have improved too much from yesterday. Just missing loads of greens. I remember a few months ago my approach play actually was starting to become a real strength, and it's just fallen away a touch. Ah. Necked it. Simmer. Just necked it. It's into wind. Loads of room there. Do it. Weirdly fancied that. of all the shots today, I'm like, yeah. All right. Let's see what you're doing. Cheers. Thank you. That felt good. That felt like a light rain on a summer's morning. Like a whiskey by the fire. I didn't see them.
What, at all?
No.
No, it's kind of like at the flag, really.
Okay. Yeah, that mini driver to get like a little low knuckler is awesome. I mean, that mini drive to any kind of shot in the world is awesome. It actually might be the best club ever invented. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. 108 left in. Pin is 18 on 12 from the right. Kind of quite central, really. This hole owes you big time. Really, this approach, like the last 3 days, I found really difficult to judge. It's almost as soon as it gets over the top of that hill, like the wind just like batters it. I mean, you can see as we get up there, the view off this green is it's pretty special. But I think this is one of the highest points on the course as well. Gets over there, it's like, that was 108 and that was like a 3/4 pitching wedge, which is like a 135, 140 club. Jammed it. Again, distance putting. I've got a lesson with Phil Kenyon tomorrow. And I'm very much looking forward to it. longer shot in, but it's fine. Right, 176. It's actually into. It's literally switched into. Pitch it a touch short. A little 87. Pretty good, I think. Struck it great. It's hit like exactly where I wanted to, so it just depends on the bounce. Oh, it's downhill, Pete. Well, bad read and a bad base. Apart from that. Cheers. 1 hole to go. 1 over. Let's see if we can get it back to level. Go on. It's gonna lie. This there every single day, so why? Yeah, literally every single day. Just I mean, in all fairness, today I could have gone a bit straighter because the gorse probably runs out at about 230, 240. Oh well. I mean, hey, 165 pin is basically middle, wind off the right, tiny bit into. Right, come on, one last good shot, 8 iron. That came out like a dream, like an absolute dream. That actually might be my best iron shot of the day, I think. Comes on the last. Who's ready for another 18? Oh. Thought I got it. I thought I got that. It was like, it looked like a pretty straight putt. If anything, at the end it was going to go right. I actually think he wanted a bit left to begin with, and then straighten. So, but it's a good last hole. 1 over par. It's not bad.
Right, the Northern Open is over. I finished in T21, T22. We'll throw up the leaderboard here anyway. Overall, not bad. I think anytime you finish in the top 25 in one of these events, that's pretty positive. Craig Lee, who's being interviewed over there, he shot an 8 under today to win. So 8 under par in total, and I'm 5 over par in total. Again, gives you some indication of how far away I was from someone like Craig winning today. I think coming away from this week, my short game is going to be greatly improved because I've had a lot of practice. I just feel my putting isn't there. I've got a lesson tomorrow, which is good, but my pace putting, my control, is just not where it needs to be, and I'm kind of running a little bit out of ideas of how to improve that. So I need someone like the world's best putting coach to have a look at it. So bye-bye Royal Dornoch. It's been emotional. Next week is the PGA Championship. Comps coming thick and fast, and then after PGA Championships, the next event is Open qualifying. See you there.